live recording this right now. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, early in the morning right now. Week 1 NFL is here. Fellas, we are officially back. Preview season is in the rearview mirror. We're talking games now, actually. No more, hey, over, under, win totals, this, that, and the other. Nope, we're talking actual games now. Dylan, it's time to wake up a little bit.
It's time to wake up. I had my coffee. It hasn't kicked in yet. Here's what I will say about NFL Week 1, and I did not have the luxury of being on the College Football Week 1 show. This is probably one of my least favorite episodes to do.
No data points.
No data points. The only thing we're going to sit here and say is we're going to reiterate all of the points we made in the previews, and yet we're still going to sit here and bet every single game 3 ways.
NFL's different though. I think college is terrible for that. Because
what do you mean? Explain.
We go into college games, we're talking continuity, this and that, and all that, the other, and it just absolutely doesn't matter. At least NFL, we have a good idea on who these teams are.
We've seen the majority of these quarterbacks, whether or not they're with their current team or not. Yeah, we have a good idea going into the season. Whereas college is a crapshoot.
Yeah, we know what we're getting out of the Chiefs for the most part. The Eagles, like, we know what we're getting.
For some of these teams, but for others, what are we getting out of the Browns, Carter? They got a big matchup Week 1. What am I going to say about the Cleveland Browns?
I think we know what we're getting out of the Browns.
What are we getting out of the Browns?
They might stink.
That's probably the most likely scenario.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward here. But Week 1 is here, Connor. Were you on you weren't on the reaction show with us, right, on Sunday?
I was not, but I listened to it. Great show.
All right, yeah, with college football reaction.
It takes two brave men to admit how wrong they were. I had to duck the smoke.
Yeah. The DNs are out of control, man.
But people still are saying we haven't admitted we're wrong.
Dylan, what are you talking about? How are we wrong? We guessed it perfectly.
You're kind of right. Conservative play calling in the first half?
No, we guessed the score on the dot. Do you not remember?
Oh, you're right. You're so right. I forgot about that. Yes, 14-7. Man, that made people mad.
I love it. NFL Week 1 is here. Connor, what is your number one storyline going into this NFL season or NFL Week 1?
Mine is going to be, I wasn't on the AFC preview, so I didn't get a chance to rattle this off. I just can't wait to see what the Colts offense looks like this year with Daniel Jones at the helm. I didn't get a chance to come on here and rag on Anthony Richardson, one of my least favorite quarterbacks in the last 10 years. But Daniel Jones is under center. They're playing an awful Miami defense Week 1. I just can't wait to see what the offense looks like and how big of a wake-up call it is Week 2 against the Broncos. Because there's going to be a very stark difference in how Daniel Jones looks Week 1 and how he looks Week 2. So I'm just curious to see how that goes the first couple weeks as well as the whole season, because they did commit to him for the whole year, apparently.
Any comments on the Colts coming out and saying that Anthony Richardson is still their quarterback of the future?
I think they're just trying to maybe save face, save the situation. But I'll tell you what, Daniel Jones starting is the move of somebody that's scared to lose their job.
Yes, that is a great point. And we already talked. Do you think the Colts are going to win that division, Connor?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
It's kind of got to be. If you think Daniel Jones is going to be decent to good, you kind of have to go with that.
I think the Colts looked at the Carolina situation and like, hey, Bryce got benched and came back and it worked out. Maybe we could do it with this guy. The problem is it took an Andy Dalton car wreck for him to come back.
Yeah, there's a little difference here. The Anthony Richardson, he gets benched before the season starts. The Panthers gave Bryce Young a chance to start the year, and they're like, wow, this is an absolute awful train wreck disaster.
This is year 3 of Anthony Richardson.
That's fair.
Maybe if you can't throw the ball in college, you can't throw it in the NFL either. But he had a cool 75-yard throw that one time, so maybe he's the quarterback of the future.
Also, can I get? I mean, we're not going to talk about the Broncos Titans today. So you talked about the Colts Broncos Week 2. I do want to bring up a stat from our guy Mark in Philly. I think the Broncos might be a little fraudish.
Oh, I love that.
That sounds like the most Mark in Philly thing to come up with.
What's okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so he put out a tweet or whatever. It was on Barstool Sports Pick Central. They were talking about the Broncos, I guess. and he's saying, "Hey, look at the Broncos' schedule last year. Look at their defense. Look who they actually beat and everything." And he put out this tweet. He said the only quarterbacks the Denver Broncos beat in 2024. The only good quarterback on this list. Bryce Young's on here. Bryce actually played
interesting
in that game. Baker Mayfield's on this list. So, and then the rest are Aaron Rodgers, Gardner Minshew, Derek Carr, washed Kirk Cousins, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Anthony Richardson, and Carson Wentz with backups. Those are the quarterbacks they beat last season.
Okay.
Thoughts, Dylan?
I would not say wash Kirk Cousins.
I would 1,000% say wash Kirk Cousins.
There is another quarter. Oh, we're just going to say Aaron Rodgers is a bad quarterback now?
Yes, we actually are.
Well, that's
he was
crazy.
terrible last season.
Lump him in with Jameis Winston and whoever else you said. That's insane.
You're saying Aaron Rodgers was a good quarterback last season?
He's a good quarterback.
He has been.
Great.
What are we smoking?
I would go one step farther. I would say great quarterback.
I don't think there was a semblance of greatness from Aaron Rodgers last year.
No, but let's think conversely. All of those quarterbacks have one bad data point on their 17 data point schedule because they played the Broncos.
Okay, then let's talk about the teams the Broncos lost to.
Okay.
Seahawks. They gave up 26 points to Geno Smith. I would take Geno over any of those quarterbacks except for Baker.
Okay.
Let's keep going here. The schedule's a disaster. Justin Herbert, Chargers scored 23 on him. I would take Herbert over any of them.
And they have a good defense. Well, I think the top scoring defense last year, so that makes sense.
The Ravens won by 31, and the Broncos gave up 41 points to the Ravens.
That makes sense. They had the best offense in the league last year. All right, sounds good so far.
They did give up 32 points to the Browns, but they still won that game, so good for them.
Problem, but hey, dub.
34 to the Chargers.
Again, we already touched on that.
30 to the Bengals.
I mean, come on.
And 31 to the Bills.
I see no problems with that.
Surely Dylan didn't pick the Broncos to win the division, right?
Nope, not at all.
Those are all great teams you just listed off. Other than the Bengals, who have a great offense.
Seahawks?
Seahawks might be the one. Seahawks is definitely the outlier.
The Bengals also. The Bengals were also. I mean,
but their offense. You had Joe Burrow, who was in the MVP conversation on a team that went 9-8. Yeah, okay.
Sure, but you could win that game. I mean, come on, that against that defense.
What, I'm all in the Broncos regression train, Carter, for what it's worth.
I think they're a 10-win team, but I just don't think they're gonna. I think there's a low ceiling with them. I don't think
people are crowning them division champs already in the preseason.
Yeah, they're going against the Chiefs. What are we smoking here? Stop overthinking this. This is like when the Jets would have, Mark Sanchez is going to have a great season. Yeah. They're not beating the Patriots and Brady. Let's stop this. Ryan Tannehill's going to have a good season for the Dolphins. Stop it. They're not beating the Pats and Brady. This is the Chiefs division.
The Chiefs are old and washed up and aging. They were 15-2 last year. Can we
stop overthinking this?
Just a tad on the division winner talk. Let's just pump the brakes.
Stop overthinking this. All right.
Pump the brakes, Dylan. Pump the brakes.
Let's turn our brains off. Sounds good.
Dylan, what's your number one storyline going into this week?
I'm going to go 2 because they are. It's all within the same game. Ben Johnson and how his offense looks on the Bears versus this Vikings defense, and J.J. McCarthy. I understand I'm a Michigan man, but I feel like if the Vikings have a semblance of a decent quarterback, this is going to be a pretty good team. And conversely, if the Bears can fix their offensive woes by the simple hiring of one man, it feels like the Bears' renaissance might not be as far away as we would want to think. So that Monday night game is huge. I think that it's going to be a blast to watch, and I'll be keeping an eye on JJ. I'll be keeping an eye on Bears' offensive play calling.
Hopefully it's not the same as the last Monday night football game we watched with Carolina TCU.
Ooh, I thought we were somehow going to skip over that,
Ben
too.
Johnson, Carolina guy. Carolina guys can't play on Monday night. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I was hoping to come on here and have a nice NFL show and preview it with my friends and talk some professional football.
That was hilarious.
Is there any way we can get a little Monday Night Football? Who does Monday Night Football? That's ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Let's get Kirk on the call, and let's get Peter in there to call the game like he did last Monday.
They were going to be so bad. They had the
call
dog.
the game. Hey,
Josh Hoover's a good quarterback. TCU's going to be good this year. Come on, guys.
Yeah, he's a furry. That scripted drive. That first scripted drive was awesome, though.
I was on my feet. We'll always have that first drive.
We'll always have that.
We will always have that first drive. And that defense looks like Gene Chizik's still there. But, we don't have to get into that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That was hilarious. I was just cackling watching that game. Dylan, I think the Vikings-Bears is the storyline going into this week. And I also love that it's Monday night because all day Monday, you can talk yourself into any scenario going into that game. Mm-hmm. And I think, and also, you know how this goes with media narratives and people on social media and everything. Primetime games count for almost 2 games with public perception of teams. And so whatever happens that Monday night, that is going to be the perception on Caleb Williams and J.J. McCarthy going forward. Other storylines I'm excited about going into this week. Travis Hunter, I think that's going to be fascinating to see him. I'm assuming we're going to see him play both sides of the ball, right?
Yeah, probably. But I think Cohen said that they are more impressed with his skill set at wide receiver. I think we'll see more offense, but I'm sure he'll get snaps in defensively as well.
Yeah,
I think we'll see it both ways, at least a little bit.
I think they'll give us at least a few plays at the minimum.
Yeah, I would think so. If is he healthy? I know he's been questionable all camp. Okay,
he's good.
Okay,
he's playing, and then outside of that, it's kind of Vikings Bears for me, to be honest. I think that's
Aaron Rodgers,
and then Aaron Rodgers Steelers. Yeah, but will there be? I think that's a race to 10 game.
The total's 38.5. That's a Dylan wet dream.
I think the first team to score 10 points wins that game.
That's real football. Oh, the Jets. Oh, my gosh.
Cam Ward for the Titans. I'm actually very excited to see that. And we'll see if he can, beat up on this Broncos defense,
I mean, we just listed off good quarterbacks. Cam Ward's right up there.
How many rookie quarterbacks are starting week 1? Obviously, Cam Ward.
I think it's just Cam Ward, right?
Because
Shuck's not starting.
Jackson Dart's not starting.
Shedder's not starting.
Gabriel's not.
J.J. McCarthy, he's like a Blake Griffin type rookie?
Yeah. Pseudo rookie.
But so it's really just Cam Ward.
It is Cam Ward.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyhow, all right. Any other storylines we're excited about going into week 1 of this NFL season we want to touch on?
Drake May year 2. Just curious to see how that Patriots team looks this year.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into previews, one of these teams is going to fall this week. One of these teams is – we always see the one weird upset in the beginning of the NFL season. Last year it was Pats Bengals where you go, are you kidding? How on earth did Jacoby Brissett just take down the Bengals in this game? The Pats are a prime pick this year to go down week 1 against the Raiders.
But is that – it's not a crazy upset.
Yeah,
the Pats aren't
3-point favorites.
Yeah. The Bengals game last year was a 10-point spread.
But I also think you're going to see the tweet Sunday morning of 85-90% of the bets, and everybody's on the Patriots minus 2.5, and the Patriots are in every parlay.
That is true. Nobody's going to believe in the Raiders.
The other prime pick is probably going to be my parlay pick.
Ooh, Titans! I love it, Carter. I love it.
Plus 6.5.
Oh
no!
There's a reason why they're not giving us that 7.
We'll get to that.
He's picking the Giants.
I'm picking the Giants. We'll get to that later. We'll talk about that one at the end of the show when we do parlays and everything. Anything else before we get into week 1 previews?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Cowboys, Eagles. The Eagles are currently a 7.5-point favorite in this game. Thursday night football, the Super Bowl ceremonies, and everything going on at Lincoln Financial on Thursday night. The Cowboys lose Micah Parsons. Now, coming into this game, you already see the tweets that 90% of the bets are on the Eagles in this game. Dylan, I need you to do this for me. Give me the path of the Cowboys winning this game.
Oh, man.
Because nobody's taking the Cowboys in this spot. Everybody's taking the Eagles.
I would say the path, not what I'm rooting for, not what I'm cheering for, but the path would be probably left and right tackle injuries for the Eagles, and Saquon Barkley gets a little turf toe. That is my path for the Cowboys. And it's just, I hate to be that guy. Normally I'm the guy that's all in on the divisional underdog, but you look at these rosters. The Cowboys, they pay their guy, right? Their defensive stalwart, Deron Bland, they pay their guy. But, yeah, I don't see – it's real tough to get there with the Cowboys, even though yes, for me at least. Karter, you sound like you have a different approach.
I would like to build a case for Dallas, if I may.
Build the
Let's
case.
hear it. This is
Mr.
what I
Host.
wanted.
It's Thursday night. It's week 1. Let's just get a little weird. New offensive coordinator in Philly. I know he's had experience with Hurts. A little bit of turnover on defense. They just won the Super Bowl. They're riding high. Maybe a little hangover. Every single prediction I've seen, Eagles winning in a blowout. Cowboys shouldn't even show up. Eagles by 50 million points. Micah Parsons gets traded. Every single prediction I see is on the Eagles. Every tease, every money line parlay. Guess who the first box everyone's clicking on is? Philadelphia Eagles money line Thursday night against Dallas. Every single one. And on a Thursday night to open the season, week 1, anything goes. That smells a little weird to me. That smells a little fishy to me. For everybody to be this aligned, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be that bad. They're not going to be great, but they're not going to be that bad. And I think this Cowboys offense is going to surprise some people. If they hang around a little bit, Philly stalls on some early drives, Cowboys kind of hanging around, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets a little weird towards the end. I think the stat I read is the Eagles are 3-9-1 against the spread in their last 13 games, favored by 7 or more. So at least taking the cover, I'm taking Dallas to win. I'm taking them to upset the Eagles on Thursday night. And simply, if nothing else, for the fact that every single prediction I see is Eagles by 10, Eagles by 20, Eagles money line in a parlay, Eagles in a 6-point tease. Everything I see is on Philly. I'm going the other way. I think Dak and this Cowboys offense is not going to be as bad as people think. Run game scares me a little bit, but if they can hang around, I think it could get weird on Thursday night. Give me the Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys. I'm riding with the Cowboys.
Wow.
Give me the Cowgirls, Cowboys. I don't care. I don't discriminate. Give me whatever. Plus 7.5 in this game. This is crazy because, a week 1 Cowboys game, primetime Thursday night football, usually that stuff gets priced in where it's Duke, it's the Yankees, it's the Lakers, where, look, everybody wants to bet on that team usually, and everybody is in lockstep here of the Eagles are winning this game by 20 points. And look, you go position by position, you do all this stuff. Yes, absolutely. The Eagles should win this game by 10 plus, to be honest. This is just reverse the public. Fade the public. Go away from the public right here. It's a divisional game. Things get weird. And you look at you go, oh, well, Karter, last season the Cowboys, they got smacked by the Eagles. Well, Cooper Rush was playing in those games. Cowboys were dead at that point. The Eagles did win those games, a combined 75-13.
Karter, but they were missing Dak, who's 9-4 with 100.6 passer rating against the Eagles in his career. Come on.
I like that. George
I'm building the case. We're building the house.
I know I made fun of George Pickens in the Cowboys preview. I don't care. I'm once again, I'm just taking the Cowboys. They're gonna cover the number for some way somehow. Even paint this picture right now. It's 24. It's 28-14, and there's 3 minutes to go, and Dak going against soft coverage gets a garbage touchdown. Tell me that's not gonna happen.
Well, I love him to cover.
Not
I'm
true.
picking him to win.
Yeah, I love him picking him to win. I don't have the balls to do it. Dylan's over here, just hey, square. He's jealous. He's jealous that we came locked in ready, and he's like, the caffeine hasn't hit my body yet, and I'm going to keep picking squares and favorites.
I am not taking the Eagles. I need that very clear. That is not my pick in this game. My pick in this game, I think you guys all probably know.
Who's the backup tight end on the Cowboys?
Luke Schoonmaker, Michigan man.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's it. Under.
First game of the year, gotta go under. Under. First game of the year, Thursday Night Football.
I disagree with that one because when are the Cowboys going to put that ball on the ground? That clock's going to be stopped quite a bit.
The under is 95-79-1 in the opening week dating back to 2014.
That's not an amazing
54.6%, that's break even. That's winning. You're
That's-
winning money.
Hey, if
feel
I
like
put
that's
$10 on a game, I don't want to break even. I want to make my $9.09.
Yeah, I thought you were about to be like the under's 94, 40, and 2. And I'm like, okay, now we're
Profitable.
talking here.
Profitable. 54.6 is profitable.
Before taxes,
Give me
of course,
under.
because you guys
Now-
report that, right?
Here's what I'll say. I'm not going to take the Eagles, but to be Debbie Downer, Dak Prescott, largest great difference between when he's blitzed versus when he's not blitzed. No worries. The Eagles just, hey, let's drop some blitzes here. Let's throw them off. And, there's a proven track record that he's struggled against that.
I think yeah, that's tough. I think we'll see a lot of under center play action to kind of combat that. I think there's
Okay.
going to be a lot of weird pre-snap motions, getting CeeDee Lamb in space, getting in the ball early. I hope they're going to be ready for that. But you know what? Schottenheimer, where else is he getting a coaching job? I don't know. So that part does scare me a little bit.
Jerry's got a headset this year.
Oh, brother.
Oh, boy.
Does he
Can we
really?
Please,
No.
somebody leak a line. Oh, okay. See, I believe that.
Leak the line. Leak the line.
What had a better chance, Jordan having a headset or Jerry Jones having a headset?
Jordan.
I would believe both of them. So
Yeah. You had me on Jerry Jones.
I would get ball
Smith,
sacked by that.
Devonta Smith in 35 career receiving snaps against Deron Bland, 89 receiving yards. No worries. No worries.
That's why they paid him.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why they paid their defensive stud.
My number one thing is, I'm just terrified of the Cowboys eventually are going to have to put the ball on the ground at some point, and they're going to have to be able to run the ball. I like Jaden Blue. Can they do it against this Eagles run D? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. If I got the stat from last year, Philly was 4th in rush D last year. Conversely, Dallas was 27th in rushing offense. Now, do I think Javonte Williams is going to go back to his pre-knee injury explosiveness? No. But he's probably an upgrade from what they had last year, I would say. I hope. Maybe the combination of him and Jaden Blue and a sprinkle of Miles Sanders, Panthers legend. And that O-line for Dallas, they're young, but I think the talent is there. So depending on how quickly they mesh together, I don't know. I'm just trying to build a case for Dallas here. I don't think the run game's going to be great. I do think George Pickens is going to open some things up, take some attention and pressure off CeeDee Lamb. I think Jake Ferguson's going to have a better year than he had last year. I think this Cowboys offense is going to surprise some people. Now, this Cowboys defense is what I'm a little more worried about than anything else. You just got to hope if you're the Cowboys defense that Saquon starts slow, maybe a couple tackles for loss, they get behind the sticks, a couple drives stall out, and then the game script kind of flips in Dallas's favor. But there's a chance Philly wins by 30, but I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
Yeah, there definitely is. This is just fade the public. Everyone's picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Cowboys here. Because the only other thing I will say about this defense, well, this is the dog factor already coming in, first game of the season, talking NFL already. I mean, if you're that defense, you're like, hey, everyone thinks we suck now because Micah Parsons is gone. I think they're going to.
I don't know.
I think
that conversation was happening before the trade.
Yeah.
In my circles, that conveation was happening.
The circles
before.
you run in?
Yeah, the circles I run in.
You don't
That
think
talk
there's
was
a
already
little,
happening.
I don't want to say, just, Cowboys against the world type mentality?
I mean, they're
Hadn't
America's
always been like
team,
that?
so yeah.
Coming off the documentary? Yeah, this is pumped. Man, I'm pumped.
Coming off the Jerry doc. that
got a weird-
documentary that took forever.
I got a weird stat for you. The Cowboys have won each of their last 9 September games against NFC East opponents. I'm in.
Ooh,
I'm in. Let's cherry pick some stats, Dylan. How about it?
I love it. I actually kind of do like that one.
I know. That's a good one.
Tickles my brain a little bit. I'm not completely against the Cowboys pick. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, but
Eagles
Give me the under.
28, Cowboys 27.
Going Cowboys
Wow.
27-21 victory. And I can't wait for the overreactions both ways. Oh, Cowboys are back. Eagles are going to suck this year. And even if the Cowboys win week 1, doesn't change how I feel about either of these teams moving forward. It's week 1.
I'll go Eagles 21, Cowboys 17.
Okay. All right. Under. Ugh. That sounds
Some
like a
good
gross
football,
game.
good hard-nosed football to start the year. Set the tone.
All right. Well, let's get on a plane. Let's fly 1,000 hours down to the other side of down the world. Brazil, Sao Paulo. Chargers Chiefs. Chiefs are a 3.5-point favorite in this game. Last season, these field conditions were terrible. Everyone's slipping and sliding. I was convinced Jordan Love tore his ACL in that game last season. If you're a corner in this game and if the field conditions are the same, you have no chance. You're just going to slip and fall. It was watching a Looney Tunes cartoon on a football field last season. Chargers 0-2 against the Chiefs last year. Dylan, Chargers or Chiefs?
This is my yearly reminder of the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961. That's why this game is played in Brazil, because the NFL cannot compete with high school football. They're not allowed to have games locally in the States. So shout out to the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961. Shout out JFK, because that's who the president was. That's the president who passed the bill.
Leave it to Goodell to find a way around that. Let's take it to Brazil. Screw it.
Yeah, we'll take it overseas.
Antarctica
we'll free on YouTube.
Wednesday Night Football. Yeah,
we'll make it free on YouTube. That's actually a great.
Screw high school football. Screw the kids.
F them kids. All right, this is out of all the matchups we can possibly have in the NFL, right? With the divisions and everything, I think Chiefs versus Chargers has been my favorite to watch over the course of the past 3 years. Carter's thinking. Can you think of another one? I see these two teams on the schedule. I'm like, this is going to be a great game. The uniforms are going to be great. Good talent. They're usually pretty good teams. And even getting back to the Staley years, the Chargers at least had a good offense, so they would keep up in shootouts.
Bengals Ravens.
Not bad.
That kind of gets the juices flowing.
I think I like Chiefs Chargers more than.
Okay.
I also don't necessarily love AFC North football sometimes.
And why are we sending this over to Brazil? Play this one in the States. Anyway, Justin Herbert, third highest graded quarterback when facing two high coverage shells. The Chiefs play defense at two high coverages at the highest rate. That sounds like a pro Charger stat. That sounds like, the Chargers are going to win this game. I have a problem with that. Mahomes is the second highest graded quarterback against two high coverage shells. Chargers run that at the third highest rate. So we have two quarterbacks that strive in the most frequent coverage that each other team plays. Over in Brazil, slippery field. I know we talked about, you thought Jordan Love tore his ACL. I'm assuming they probably fixed that problem. Whatever that problem was, I'm assuming it's probably fixed.
The league said the conditions are improved, but they say a lot of things.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We're going to see.
They stay saying things. Goodell and the henchmen stay saying a lot of things. A slippery field it's like the same thing like snow. Benefits the offense because they're the ones that get to dictate where they're going. The defense has to react. The antithesis of everything that I'm made for. I kind of like the over in this game. I think both quarterbacks are going to have a lot of success, even though that Chargers defense and really the Chiefs defense are two of the best in the league. If that field's a little bit slippery, the offense is going to have an advantage, and both quarterbacks can take advantage of the coverage that both teams most like to play. So I like the over. If I had to pick a side, I think the Chargers win this one. And then the media thing is, Chiefs 0-1. What's wrong with the Chiefs? And then they do their thing.
I would like to remind everyone of the Dylan Wilkerson Broadcasting Act of 2021, where it says he is not able to take an over unless it's outside of an over on primetime, unless it's outside of the United States lines. So this lines up with that.
It's like illegal sports gambling where like you can only do it when it's based out of Curacao. I can only take overs when it's overseas.
Yeah, Dylan's like, Thursday night football, we're going to take the under. Sunday night football, let's take the under. Monday night football, take the under. All of a sudden, Friday night in Brazil, Dylan's got his shirt off, taking the over, going crazy.
What can I say? I'm an exotic man. I have a taste for the exotic.
If it ain't foreign, it's boring, Dylan.
Yeah, you got that right. Foreign, it's boring. Give me the Chargers.
Let's get back on track.
Chargers. You got the Chargers. Connor, Chargers or Chiefs?
They've lost 7 straight versus the Chiefs. The Chargers have lost 7 straight games versus the Chiefs. I believe Herbert's record versus Mahomes is 2-7. Does that sound right? Sounds right to me.
Definitely sounds right to me.
Mahomes in season openers, in 7 career Week 1 season openers for Patrick Mahomes, he has thrown for 2,059 yards, 21 touchdowns, 2 picks. Coming off a Super Bowl loss, I don't think Andy Reid, I don't think Patrick Mahomes, I don't even think Travis Kelce, recently engaged, are going to be taking it slow. I think they're rested. I did this last year. I like the Chiefs in a week one spot like this.
Recently engaged Travis Kelce better be taking it slow. They haven't tied the knot yet.
You got that right. Good call.
No more premarital hand-holding. All right.
I think they're going to be out to prove a point. I think they're rested. Nobody's going to be taking snaps off. They're coming off that stinky Super Bowl loss. It's got that foul odor smell around the organization. I don't know why we're going to be so quick to just say, hey, the Chiefs aren't winning the division. Let's pick the Chargers. Let's pick the Broncos. This team was 15-2 last year. I'm not ready to sit here and say they're not going to win this division. It's their division until somebody proves me wrong. And I'll be honest, I just want to pump the brakes on the Chiefs. The Chiefs' decline this year. The Chiefs' regression.
Ooh.
I think they're going to be really good this year. Not having Rashee Rice does hurt this offense, but it's not the first time they've been without him. I think the Steve Spagnuolo defense is going to be humming. And on the other side, the Chargers' pass rush kind of lost some teeth to what made it so scary last year. Joey Bosa's gone, Morgan Fox is gone, Poona Ford's gone. It's not bad, but there's just a lot of turnover from a unit that I thought was really good last year. And finally, I love Amari in Hampton, but it's his first NFL game. Their star tackler, Rashawn Slater's out for the year. Who's going to be the number 2 receiver? I guess Keenan Allen. Is Quentin Johnson going to show up this year? Nobody really knows. There's a lot more question marks with this Chargers team than there are with Kansas City. So for that reason, I'm taking Kansas City here. I think they're going to be prepared, motivated, and I don't know if the Chargers can get pressure on Mahomes in this spot. I'm taking the Chiefs 23-13. I think they cover and win by double digits.
Go ahead, give him the stat, Carter.
How about that?
Give him the stat.
Super Bowl hangover, Super Bowl loss hangover, I guess would be the term. Teams who have lost in the Super Bowl, week 1 are 5-19 against the spread. I don't think that necessarily matters.
Oh my gosh.
It's Chiefs. It's
yes.
square. It's square season over here. Yeah, it's Chiefs. Chiefs minus 3.5. Oh, over, by the way. Over is what I actually love in this game. Bull crap, the field conditions are going to be better. These dudes are going to be slipping and sliding. It's going to look like a freaking redneck 4th of July on that field in Brazil. We're playing. Everyone's going to be all over the place. We're probably going to have a weird rainstorm in the middle of this game. Don't care. Give me the over in this spot. Last season with the Chargers, the only playoff team the Chargers beat were the Broncos. Is there any concerns there?
Regular season merchants, all I heard was 15-2, 15-2, 15-2.
Regular season merchants, they made the Super
What happened in the playoffs?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
What happened to the Chargers? All right, then.
Yeah,
Come on. Year 1, Jim Harbaugh. He can't win the Super Bowl's first year. Come on.
All of a sudden,
Chargers
Carter,
and Broncos, are we sure they weren't products of their schedule last season?
If Harbaugh didn't have a camera on the other sideline,
they're going to play each other 4 times a year. What are we talking about?
Well, yeah, those are the games those are basically the games they ended up losing last year. I mean, you look at the schedules for the Broncos, the AFC West last season, it's a little easy. I don't know. But
we've devolved into reading schedules from last year. That's where the show's go. We're not just reading schedules
what
on
else?
previews.
Okay, what
We're
else do you
reading
want me to go
schedules
off?
from last year.
What do you want me to go off of? Okay,
I'm looking at
Harbaugh
22 PFF grades on my screen right now.
Harbaugh 0-2 against Mahomes.
Okay.
Mahomes and the Chiefs are winning this game.
He's
Carter, I just said it. Unless he's got a camera on the opposing sideline, how good of a coach is Jim Harbaugh? Does he take practices?
You're no better than those smooth-brained Ohio State fans.
Also, if you want to know about the over, if you remember I think it was opening game in the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil 3, Croatia 1, over.
Is that an over? Yeah, that sounds like an over in soccer.
That's an over. That's an over.
Wait, let me pull some soccer out. Did Modric score in that game? What about David Luiz? Is he a center back there?
I don't think Modric did score. No, it was an own
Marco
goal.
Royce?
Croatia. Marcelo scored an own goal for Croatia. So
that's tough.
And if you keep going down, I was hoping coming into this that it would be that famous Germany 7-1 Brazil game was going to be in Sao Paulo. It was not. That's why I ended up looking up this stat.
That's elite ball knowledge by you, though.
I tried. I was like, all right. But yeah, I like the Chiefs in this spot. Travis Kelce was the leading receiver in both of these games last season, which wasn't saying much in one of them. One of them was a piece of crap game, but So watch out for Travis Kelce props. DraftKings put out a boost. It was plus 100 for Travis Kelce to have a reception in the first quarter. Is that one of those sucker ones?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what I was about to say.
I will still be taking it.
We got to get back to old reliable guys. Let's talk about the engagement.
No. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Travis Kelce's his last 6 games against. I mean, this dude just dominates the Chargers. You go back to 2020. It's just 90 touchdown, 104, 191, 2 touchdowns, 50 yards, 5 receptions, 6 receptions, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, 179.
Brandon Staley did used to run that defense.
Say what? Yeah, for sure. But even last season, he had 7 receptions, 89 yards, and then 5 for 45. 5 for 45 is not that great, but I don't know. Watch out for Travis Kelce props in this game is all I'm saying. Give me the Chiefs.
Is this his last year?
I would think so.
Yeah, you'd have to
I think it's going to be one of those where it's his last year and he retires, and then Mahomes calls him before the playoffs next year and says, hey, come back for 8 games.
Just pulls a Gronk.
I think so. I think we got at least one of those with Kelce.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. It's like, hey, his Amazon superhero movie it got a 4.1 on IMDb. It didn't.
Yeah.
It flopped in the box office. Like,
he made a guest appearance in Peacemaker. Come back.
No, brother.
Kelce.
Chiefs 30, Chargers 24.
I'm actually going to go a little bit of a. I know you guys love the over. I'm going Chiefs 23-13. I think it's a lower scoring game.
Wow.
So down under, getting the under.
Unfortunately, I don't like it.
I'm going to go Chargers 28, Chiefs 24.
Okay. All right. Super quick. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this game. Packers-Lions. Packers are favored in this game. Micah Parsons is going to get an injection to play or whatever. Getting weird stuff about that.
Jerry was right.
Jerry might have been right. Jared Goff, outdoors game. Packers were stunk in this division. I believe 1-5 in the division last year. Any thoughts about this game briefly?
I'm curious to see how the Lions offense looks with somebody new calling plays. That would be my main thing. I know Dan Campbell's still there. I know most of the talent's still there, especially in the offensive end. I'm just curious to see how that Lions offense looks, and especially that O-line. We'll see if it's as dominant as it was last year.
It might be
Micah
a sucker
Parsons,
bet, but I like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Micah Parsons is going to be attacking probably the strongest part of this Detroit Lions offensive line. That's going to be interesting. I am going to take the Lions underdogs to the Packers. That's insane. Yeah, I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what I was going to say. It's a road divisional dog. I think it might be a wrong team's favorite in this game. I think people are getting a little too excited about this Micah Parsons thing and everything. The Packers did stink in this division last year, and look, the Lions are still a good football team. I actually really don't think the Ben Johnson drop-off is going to be there, to be honest. And I think people that we talked about in our preview a little bit, I do think people are going to assume or are going to think it was when the season ends and the Lions are 11-6 or something. I mean, it's because they have a harder schedule this year, but I still think they're going to be in that mix the exact same way they were last year. So give me the Lions against the Packers in this game. I honestly love it. Maybe I'm the sucker for taking the Lions, but you're giving me the underdog against the Packers here. I'm taking the better team.
You mentioned before the show, too much buzz on Matthew Golden and the Packers receivers?
I just feel like every time I open social media right now, it's just, all right, this rookie wide receiver, he's going to change the Packers offense. Emeka Egbuka, he's going to average 1,500 yards. Let's slow down a little bit. Maybe
Do you
pump
think
the
they're
brakes.
just pulling? Do you think they're just pulling that out of thin air, or you think they're just making it up, or what?
Oh, here we go.
What are you talking about?
You think they're just making up the fact that Matthew Golden's going to be good, or like you think they're just making it up and running with it?
They're probably
clearly something has happened.
Yeah, they're probably just saying, hey, PFF says that he's going to be good. He had a good grade in college.
I highly doubt that it's like.
They still don't realize the best receiver is going to be in Charlotte. It's just,
it's like when Christ rose on Easter, and they're like, 500 people are all saying the same lie. It's like, no, obviously that's impossible, and maybe there's something that was actually seen to get everybody to say the same thing.
Well, that's unfair. You can't pin that one on me. I don't think we can use Jesus Christ in football arguments on the show.
Grand delusion. Hey, you're sitting here saying
that's unfair. I think that's unfair.
Cut it, Dylan.
I'm just saying. Do you think 500 people had the same delusion? Psychologists have came out and said that that's impossible. So we're having the same conversation about Matthew Golden.
That's unfair.
Now, I'm not saying Matthew Golden and Emeka
I think
Egbuka
you are.
is Jesus.
No, I think you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You literally
but I
are.
am
You're
saying
he's going to win me all my best balls, and I'm going to win all this money because of Matthew Golden because he's going to win me my fantasy leagues and my best balls on Underdog. Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to be very good, and I don't think thousands of people are just making up the fact that they're going to be good.
I think he's going to be good. I'm not saying that. I'm not.
We agree.
I just think there's a little too much hype on him. Maybe pump the brakes.
Okay. All right. So we agree. We're on the same boat.
I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying he's not going to be the best receiver in football this season, and he's not going to. I don't think he's going to be a top 5 receiver.
I haven't seen anybody say he's going to be the best. Where are you seeing that?
Everyone talking about all the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl because Matthew Golden coming in. Come on.
He's on the Lambeau Leap message boards. Yeah.
Come on.
L squared.
Lions are beating the Packers week 1. You heard it here first.
I believe that. I'm in on that.
Bills Ravens Sunday Night Football. We got 2 of these matchups last year. The Ravens absolutely smoked them. Smoked them in Sunday Night Football in the regular season last year. Playoffs, different story. Bills won that game barely. Dylan, how do you think this Bills run defense will hold up in this game?
Oh, that's kind of the point I was going to make. I don't think it's going to hold up very well.
I don't either.
Looking at the Bills' defense, it's almost like you have your best line of defense is that line, but once you get into the secondary, the linebackers aren't extremely strong. Your safeties aren't strong. Benford's not bad, but overall, anything past the defensive line is a weakness, and even parts of the defensive line isn't great. I think what I'm going to do, I'm very high on the Ravens. They're my Super Bowl pick. I think they're going to be a very good team. I think they addressed issues in coverage that they had last year that make them an even more well-rounded team heading into this year. However, Allen is the 3rd most efficient quarterback in the NFL against man coverage. Baltimore ranks 3rd in man coverage rate. Is that going to be enough to put the Bills over the finish line against the Ravens? No. I think the Ravens win. And this is a fun game. What a game to kick off Sunday Night Football. Carrie Underwood screaming in our ear, waiting all day for this game.
After the Panthers just got smacked by the Jaguars, and I'm all depressed on the couch.
By 40.
Travis Hunter, 2 touchdowns, 1 each way.
Yep.
1 each way.
Yep. Yep.
Give me the Ravens.
Connor, go ahead.
Yeah. This is a weird one because rightfully so, all the pregame hype, all the pregame graphics and videos and all that, it's going to be focused on the 2 quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Rightfully so. But I swear, this matchup the last couple of years, or the 2 matchups last year, it's been more about the supporting cast than it has the quarterbacks. Derrick Henry ran for 200 yards in the first matchup last year. Lamar took a backseat, 19 pass attempts. Baltimore stomped him. In the playoff game, Buffalo's playoff win, Josh Allen only had 127 passing yards. He only had 20 rushing yards. That Bills defense, or self-inflicted wounds by the Ravens, 3 turnovers, and the penalty numbers, that kind of won the Bills the game. So neither one of their matchups last year had a quarterback really take over and win the game. So that's what I'm curious to see this week. I think this game's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be back and forth. I think we see Lamar. I think we see Allen. I think it is about the quarterbacks this week. I'm more concerned about the difference at the skill positions. Like, who's going to step up in those spots for either team? Is it going to be Keon Coleman? Is it going to be Dalton Kincaid? On the Bills side, for the Ravens, is it going to be Isaiah Likely or DeAndre Hopkins? There's going to be somebody that is maybe unheralded or ready for a breakout year that will step up in this game. And I think I'm going to take the Bills here in a tight one. I'm going to take the Bills 31-30. I think it's a high-scoring game. I think it's a battle of the quarterbacks. And I think it maybe comes down to a missed field goal, a 2-point conversion, a blocked punt, something weird. I think something weird happens at the end of this game. I'm going to take the Bills in a high-scoring game, 31-30.
Give me the Ravens. Give me the
Wow.
Ravens. Yeah, I think they're just going to be able to run all over this Bills defense. I think in a playoff game, I would feel differently. It's easy to say that. You look at back at last year. I think the quarterback matchup matters more in the playoffs. In the regular season, give me the team that can run the ball. Give me the better defense. I understand Dylan's stat about Josh Allen going against man coverage. Okay, I'm going to trust the team. The Ravens are going to have the ball for what? Over like 70% of this game. They're going to be able to run all over this Bills defense, in my opinion. And I love the Ravens. I can't believe we're getting +2 right now.
It's on the road. They're on the road.
Yeah. Don't care. Give me the Ravens.
I like this. We're split on a lot of these games. I'm taking the Bills. And I don't love it. I do think the Ravens will be able to run all over them. I just think it's going to be one of those high-scoring shootout, who has the ball last type games.
And also, last season you talked about it with the Ravens, all those turnovers in the playoff game. I was like, is that necessarily going to happen again? That's genuinely what it took for the Bills to win that game.
But is Josh Allen going to have 147 total combined yards again? Probably not.
I think that's fair because, he didn't have to do as much, to be honest.
Recently married, by the way, Josh Allen.
Are you People Magazine? What are we doing here? What
I just,
are we doing?
it's worth noting. First game as a married man. I wouldn't want to bet against him.
It's a great point.
Thank you, Dylan.
Let's not forget Dylan's first game as a married man.
Newfound lease on life. My first. Wow, you're so right. The Titans game.
Michigan TCU.
No, that was before. You're blurring
the
lines there. You're blurring the lines because that happened literally during the ceremony. That game was going on during the ceremony. However,
I think that counts.
My first Titans game was the Josh Dobbs fumble recovered for a touchdown to keep us out of the playoffs.
Oh,
double whammy. Give me the Ravens. Your first game as a married man, you're cooked. My first game as a married guy, Liverpool blew it to Tottenham and lost the league. So yeah,
I'm changing my pick.
Won't you get relegated?
No, Dylan. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Finish second.
I was trying to do some soccer talk there.
It's okay. I welcome it.
Have a good day on the pitch, mate.
Can somebody imitate Sean McDermott's pregame speech, or are we going to move on?
I'm going to hand that one off to Karter.
How do I want to go about this?
We can just move on if you want to.
Am I willing to get canceled today on the podcast?
Just
I'll save it for those Notre Dame guys.
I'll save it for another time. Let's just say I have that one in my back pocket. Swiss
You're
Army
not an animal at the zoo.
Oh my gosh!
On your own time.
Vikings Bears on the road for the Vikings, but it doesn't matter. They are still a 1.5 point favorite in this game at Soldier Field. Over under 43.5. And to be honest, I don't know how to feel about this going into this game because the unknown of J.J. McCarthy changes a lot for me in this spot, to be honest. Dylan, I feel like you have a stronger grasp on this game. You don't?
It's interesting. I already said this is my number one storyline game because Flores calls such a tricky defense. I'm interested to see how Ben Johnson handles that as a head coach. I mean, obviously we've seen him handle it as a coordinator, but as a head coach, how does he handle that? This is going to sound dumb. This is just dumb Dylan brain. Last year, the Chicago Bears season kind of felt like it just didn't happen, like it didn't exist. Because I'm looking at some of these stats and I'm like, I didn't really watch the Bears play. It feels like a fever dream almost. Like, oh, Caleb Williams didn't really play last year. Almost like it was all preseason, which is dumb Dylan brain. But I think we already did the song and dance on the Vikings preview. We did the song and dance on the Bears preview. I like the Vikings here. I think if Kevin O'Connell and this system can make Sam Darnold a contender in the MVP talks for 5 weeks and make Kirk Cousins look as good as he did, there's absolutely no reason that it can't happen for J.J. McCarthy. I'm taking the Vikings. I do want to call out – I got to see if I can find this stat real quick. I do want to call out something on the fantasy side if you're interested in that. T.J. Hawkinson is a great option. DJ Moore, the 28th among wide receivers in PFF grade. He's going to be facing Jeff Okudah, 160th in PFF pass coverage. I think we look at the game plan or how you're supposed to have success against the Vikings, it's the quick screens, quick passes to wide receivers. I think DJ Moore is going to be the beneficiary of that this week. So if you're in fantasy, you have DJ Moore, I would go DJ Moore. But I'm going Vikings to win.
You are? Okay.
I'm going Vikings to win. Yep. Well, the Bears opened as favorites, and now it's the Vikings. So I'm not the only one.
Connor.
This one's tough for me because I like the talent on this Vikings team overall. Just from an overall standpoint. I think they have a lot of talent. I think they have a lot of returning guys. It's just J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. What's it going to look like week 1 on the road? And I don't want to sit here and diss J.J. McCarthy. Like you guys said, in the Viking system, he will probably be successful at some point. I'm not ready to bet on J.J. McCarthy in his first start, especially in the road. And I'm gonna take the Bears here. As we discussed in the NFC preview, Caleb Williams was terrible when he had time last year, when he had time to throw. I'm hoping this offseason he's made some improvements on his processing, maybe his decision-making. And it might take a little bit for Ben Johnson's new system to kick in and for them to fully grasp it. But I do think we'll see immediate improvements in week 1 here in this Vikings game. I'm going to take the Bears here. I don't feel great about it, but the Bears O-line overhaul, maybe people overblow it a little bit. I do think it'll be better and give Caleb Williams some time. I'm going to take the Bears. And I'm going to bet on McCarthy coming out slow and Caleb Williams to show immediate improvement with Ben Johnson calling plays for him. Bears 20, Vikings 17. I do think it's close.
I'm going Vikings as well. I have to. This is going back to your point, Dylan, where you talked about, doing these week 1 previews, it's kind of our preconceived notions about these teams and everything. If I was in on the Vikings as much as I was in the preview, I think I got to be in on them this week against the Bears. I wasn't too much in on the Bears. Caleb Williams versus the Vikings last season. First game was a 30-27 overtime loss. 32 of 47, 340 in the air, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 6 carries for 33 yards. Pretty solid game. Second game, a 30-12 loss, 18 of 31, 191, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, and a fumble loss. TJ Hawkinson averaged 83 yards, 6 receptions in their 2 games against them last year. Think he's going to be a safety blanket, like him for anytime touchdown or fantasy plays right there. If you're in your
first
fantasy
touchdown
league, TJ Hawkinson first touchdown, lock it in, love it. Give me the Vikings in this spot. I just think Caleb Williams is going to struggle. I think he's going to struggle against this Vikings defense. And look, the Vikings offensive line is so much better going into this year. I really don't think J.J. McCarthy is going to have to do much. Just steer the
That's
ship.
his specialty.
Just steer the ship. Yep.
Steer
and that's all he's going to have to do. J.J. McCarthy could win this game throwing for 160 and a touchdown and running for 25 yards. I do like J.J. McCarthy rush yards.
J.J. McCarthy anytime touchdown?
That's one we're going to text about Monday morning.
Well, that's going to be a text on Monday. T.J. Hawkinson ranks 7th among tight ends in receiving yards per game. Chicago defense ranked 27th in yards allowed to tight ends. So if you like T.J. Hawkinson, he's not a great option this year. I think he's a little old, but maybe he gets off to a hot start. I'm going Vikings 34-21, and we're going to have a serious talk about the Vikings after this game. It'll be a big overreaction.
I agree with you. I'm going Vikings 31, Bears 17, and I think we have a serious conversation about Caleb Williams and the Bears after this game.
But can I be honest? I think they'll be fine. I don't think it's going to be like the start of an awful season for the Bears.
I do agree with both of your points about overreaction because this is a Monday night game. What do you think the Tuesday A block is going to be on every single talk show the next day? Bears, Vikings. Unless the Cowboys win, of course. Then it'll be the same topic for 5 days.
Yeah, that's fair. Shout out Colson Loveland. He was catching my eye. J.J. McCarthy plus 500 anytime touchdown is what I'm seeing.
Ooh.
17 and a half rush yards.
Oh my gosh.
Saying over?
Jeez, Zip, yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
How many design runs is J.J. McCarthy going to have? Come on.
He doubles that.
I think he does too.
He doubles that. He doubles that on Monday.
He does too. I think
You sit Jeff Benson down in the middle of Circus Sports and tell him that to his face. Tell him his line's off, Dylan.
You're wrong, Jeff.
All right. Other week 1 things or whatever. We'll do parlay to close the show. Panthers Jags. Like I said, very excited about this game. Panthers money line. Don't overthink this one. Tedero McMillan's gonna have a game. Everyone's excited to watch Travis Hunter. Tedero McMillan's going to steal the show on Sunday. Just letting you know right now.
I do love the Panthers in that spot, Carter. Like we said, as long as you're not the worst defense in NFL history.
I think this could be the grossest game of the week, but it also could be kind of the most fascinating of week 1. Jets Steelers, Rodgers, Jussie. Great defenses.
Defenses.
Race to 10.
Kind of what it feels like.
10 points wins this game.
Now, let me ask you a question. Would you be, scale of 1 to 10, how shocked would you be if Aaron Rodgers comes out and just absolutely lights it up?
I don't, personally, and maybe I'm wrong for feeling this way, I wouldn't be that shocked for some reason.
I don't think so. I don't think I would be either, Carter. Maybe a 5 on the scale.
6, 7.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Carter,
Yeah,
I just set Dylan up. Texans Rams, I think, is the most underrated game of the week, where where it's not getting the buzz of Ravens, Bills, Lions, Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, whatever. But I mean, that's a really freaking good game. But I also think we really do know who those teams are.
I will say this is not my parlay pick, but it was for a while. This is my second option. I didn't end up going with it. Texans +3 is kind of tickling me a little bit.
Ooh. I don't know.
Texans +3 is kind of tickling me a little bit, guys.
Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to play?
No. Stafford's going to start. I wonder how healthy he is. I wonder how much success Kyron Williams has on the ground.
Oh, that's true. That's not bad.
I think all of these games outside of Cardinals Saints has something fascinating about them, to be honest.
Cardinals Saints is fascinating.
Well,
no, it's not.
I don't know.
It's just not.
There's something fascinating about that.
What, that you picked the Saints to finish second?
I think both of these teams are sleepers.
If all the people in our DMs and comments are saying, this guy, if they thought Ohio State, Texas 35-7 was bad, Saints finishing second is going to look horrific.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yep. You got your crystal ball?
I
do. You know how we're going to be looking in December?
Yeah, I do. Because, Dylan, we're just going to re-record, and then we're going to put out our this is what we said in our season predictions. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
It was hilarious how many people got tripped up by that.
Oh, my gosh.
Makes
all sense in the world.
I said Cardinal Tate's going to catch a game-winning 40-yard touchdown. How does that not
tip off any alarms?
That's how dumb people are. Who's going to be the team that falls in week 1? Who's going to be the dumb team that loses week 1? Last year's the Bengals. Each year you have the team. They're favored by a decent bit. Everybody loves them. Connor, I think your pick honestly is the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys winning over the Eagles.
I do think the Cowboys shocked the world on Thursday night. I think the Eagles will be fine even if they lose, but that's my pick, yeah. No Titans love, Dylan?
Awful position to start your NFL career. At Denver against this defense, I'm hopeful. I'm excited. I'm not going to be Debbie Downer, but I'm also tampering my expectations where it might not be this week that we have the Cam Ward coming out party and we're all excited for Cam Ward, because that's an awful spot to start the year. If I had to pick a team, it's tough because they're all like 3-point favorites. Well, not all of them, but most of them.
But this team isn't.
I'm not going the same direction as you.
How?
I'm going with the Browns against the Bengals.
So you're going to repeat. You're saying the Bengals start off slow yet again.
Yep. And it's ugly. It's so ugly. I know it. But home divisional dog, Flacco, I know it's gross, but that defense in Cincinnati is going to be so bad. I mean, so bad, guys.
To be honest, I really don't hate it.
I don't either.
Yeah. If I had to pick, that's probably the one I'm taking. But Carter, you could sell me on yours.
But, I mean, real quick, you look at it, Survivor Leagues, everyone's taking the Bengals, right?
Oh, they would have to.
You think? I feel it. Well, Broncos?
Yeah.
Probably Broncos or Bengals. I don't think people, even though the Cardinals are a 6-point favorite this week, I don't think they're taking the Cardinals.
Somebody out there is taking the Eagles and losing on night 1.
Oh,
they're going to lose their Survivor League night 1.
I think the Giants are playing spoiler this weekend. I think the
Be
Giants.
careful. Commanders fans already have a target on us.
That's fine. I think the Giants D-line is going to have their way at whatever the stadium is. I don't think it's FedEx Field anymore. I think they're going to have their way with that Commanders offensive line. I think Jaden Daniels is going to be running for his life a little bit. Now, nobody evades pressure better than Jaden Daniels, to be honest, but I kind of think the Giants win that game, and you're like, wait, why the F are the Giants? How did the Giants win this game 19-18?
I kind of like that now, the more you talk about it. Do we get back to 7? Can we get back to 7? Do you think that happens?
If we get back to 7, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Sussy for Rusty?
I'm gonna be in that game. I'm gonna be in that game. Not all season. You can't be sussy for an.
Wait a second. You don't get to just pick and choose your sussy spots.
You don't get to choose. You don't.
What do you mean?
You don't get to decide when I can be sussy for
His
Rusty.
Sussy, his choice.
Yeah,
I'm sussy all the time. I'm
that's
saying
your
you
decision.
but because I'm sussy all the time, I get the power to. You can't just I'm sussy on the game on these games against the worst defenses.
Dylan runs Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You can't just say, they play a bad defense, I'm going to be sussy for Rusty. That's not. You can't just be with sussy on the ups and not the downs.
Yes, I can. Absolutely. I'm in and out.
You can be sussy for Rusty for the first 6 weeks until he gets benched for Jackson Dart. How about that?
He's not getting benched. Quit that.
He is
Quit
getting
that.
benched for Jackson
He is
Dart.
not getting benched.
The front office is going to pressure him into playing Jackson Dart by week 6.
You're telling me that the Giants beat the Commanders and Sussy's getting benched by week 6?
Yeah, that's how funny it is.
Okay, you're really threading the needle there.
Threading a tight needle.
The Giants aren't winning week 1 because of Russie. They're winning because of their defense.
Quarterback?
Yeah, actually. They do have a ghost at quarterback. Oh, my gosh.
You're out. You're out of the Sussy train. Sorry about it.
Michael Penix, is he going to ball out on Sunday against the Buccaneers?
Nope.
You like the Bucs?
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in that. That should be a pretty good game.
Home divisional dog?
Yeah, I know.
Seattle tickled me. Seattle tickled me for the parlay.
Game.
Really?
Seattle plus 2.5 tickled me for the parlay. I wasn't willing to go there, though. But anyhow.
I think the Niners, that's one last storyline I want to touch on. I think the Niners coming back, all these guys coming back, McCaffrey's healthy this year. Let's see what Purdy can do. I'm very interested to watch them.
I love the Niners.
I do, too, because I think, this week or like in general?
For the season. I think we're gonna see a little bit more 2021-22 49ers than 23-24.
Yeah, I don't think the hype starts for the Niners up until week 5. They play the Rams on Thursday Night Football. That's when everything's going to start hyping up for them because they go Seahawks, Saints, Cardinals, Jags. That should be 3-1 going into that game.
Can I drop a little nugget? Yep. I have them in the Super Bowl.
Oh, give your picks. So what Dylan and I did, we did Super Bowl game, Super Bowl winner, MVP, Coach of the Year.
On the spot. So I've got, like I said, Niners in the Super Bowl. On the AFC side, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to take the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills over the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I'm going to hope that Bills defense improves as the season progresses, but it's more of a bet on Josh Allen and that offense. I think James Cook's going to be really good this year. I think Kincaid maybe takes a step forward. But I'll go Bills over the Niners in the Super Bowl.
You think the Niners are losing a home game? They're playing at the Niners Stadium this year.
I know. MVP Josh Allen. Coach of the Year. That's a tough one. Oh,
His name is Dave Canales.
I was going to say that. No, Coach of the Year, I don't know. LaFleur.
Wow.
LaFleur.
Brian
I think
Schottenheimer.
Packers win the division, get bounced in the playoffs. He still wins Coach of the Year.
Dylan. Oh, we already know Dylan's. I'm sorry. That was a habit thing. And then who's your MVP? I'm assuming
For the
Allen.
year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Josh Allen again. Screw it. Let's just go all
repeat.
Yeah, I called it last year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do parlay picks, and then we'll wrap up the show here. Great week 1 show. Dylan, what is your parlay pick this week?
Parlay pick, Sam Darnold 2.0. I'm going Colts money line against the Miami Dolphins at home. Give me the Colts against the Dolphins for my parlay pick.
So you guys had the same pick.
No, not the same pick, but the same game, and that feels gross.
Okay, what is
gross. Well, I like the Colts Dolphins over 46.5. I love it, actually. I think Daniel Jones is going to tear up that Dolphins defense. I think Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, kind of healthy, right? They're kind of healthy week 1, right? I think both offenses come out firing. I wouldn't be shocked if Tyreek has a few long plays. I like the over in that game. But I don't want to pick 2 from that game.
Give me Chiefs-Chargers over.
Chiefs-Chargers over. Okay. We could. I was going to say I could just throw Josh Downs anytime touchdown in here and we just make it a same game parlay.
Use your boost. I can pivot.
What you guys decide? This is your call.
No,
I'll
go Chiefs Chargers over.
Dylan, or I can pivot to Texans +3 against the Rams, but it didn't sound like you guys love that.
Now, okay, caveat, I do still want credit if the Colts win.
Okay.
I want that reflected
I'll stick
on
with
the
Colts
record.
Dolphins over.
I have 2 picks. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys pick. I have my risky pick, my boring pick, and my Carter pick. Which one do you want?
Carter pick.
Yeah, I got to go.
There's money line. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. That's not the risky pick.
It's a trap.
Nope. I was gonna. That's gonna be my running bit all season. Hey, it's a parlay. You get 3 choices. The Carter pick of the week is Panthers money line blind.
Doesn't matter what. Dylan,
is it blind?
Actually, Dylan, that was a trap. You could have chosen any of the 3 options, and it was Panthers money line.
I know.
No, the other options were Giants +6.5, and then Broncos Titans under.
What Carter just did was he gave us the illusion of choice. Like, oh, we have a choice. But when you say Carter pick, I'm just going to pick Carter pick.
All right,
Talk
that's
about
the parlay
psychological.
this
We've already
week.
touched on psychology.
Panthers money line, Colts Dolphins over, Chiefs Chargers over. It starts in Brazil. It starts on Friday night for the parlay. The season starts in Philadelphia Thursday night. Cannot wait. Anything else before we go, fellas?
We're here.
It's kind of nice talking NFL ball, and we kind of know what we're talking about instead of just having to completely research brand new teams for college.
Well, it stinks for college this week because nobody's playing anybody. It's Duke, Illinois. It's Mississippi State, Arizona State. It's
Iowa,
Michigan, Oklahoma, Iowa State. It's like, yeah. Oh, I want this on record. I wasn't able to say this on the college football show earlier this week. I just want this on record right now. Mississippi State is beating Arizona State on Saturday handedly.
Stop. Really?
Yeah.
I want it on record.
Clickbait.
Carter, I'm on
I'm
that
not
train.
clickbaiting. I just want it on record. This Arizona State team is not that good. I'm warning you guys right now. And they're going to get exposed. They're not going to be able to handle an SEC environment on Saturday. Mississippi State goes 2-0.
I love that.
I need it on record.
I get it.
Also, Dylan, shout out our guy, A.O. Minor, Titans receiver, getting the start. Him and Hunter Renfrow are both scoring on Sunday.
Love starting 2 offensive rookies on the road at Denver against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Love that.
Are they the best defense? Maybe the
As long as they're not
Cowboys are that
smacking
good.
their gums, isn't that right, Dylan?
As long as they're not smacking their gums on the sideline, yeah.
There's some sort of racial undertone that there has to.
No, there's not.
That's
No
a
racial
brutal.
undertone.
All right. I think that's it. I think we can wrap up. Anyhow, make sure to follow. Make sure to subscribe. KarterKast on everything. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel. Numbers are going up, fellas. Follow on TikTok at KarterKast. The DMs are unfortunately open for some reason.
They're going up too.
Those are going up too. Yeah, going up in flames. That's for sure. Anyhow, subscribe, follow. You all know what to do. 5-star review at KarterBA, at Connor_Spirit, at KarterKast and everything, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.